Are you feeling empty, seeking the purpose of life, or want to transform your life? Listen mindfully, stay present, and absorb every word. Don't rush through this. At the end of the video, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let everyone know which teaching resonated with you the most. What's your favorite lesson or insight? Let's dive deep into two powerful philosophies that have stood the test of time to find answers: Stoicism and Buddhism. Both offer incredible insights on how to live a meaningful life, and by comparing them, we can unlock even more wisdom for our journey. So let's explore 20 teachings that can inspire us to become our best selves. Number 1. Impermanence. The concept of impermanence is a central teaching in both Stoicism and Buddhism, offering us a profound lens through which to view life. In Stoicism, the reminder that all things are temporary encourages us to recognize that both our joys and challenges will eventually pass. This understanding helps us cultivate gratitude for the present moment, knowing that nothing is permanent. When we embrace this idea, we learn to savor the good times and find strength during difficult moments, realizing that they too will eventually fade. This perspective allows us to appreciate life's fleeting beauty and the lessons that come with each experience. Buddhism, on the other hand, emphasizes that everything is in constant change. This idea invites us to see life as a flowing river where nothing stays the same for long. Our feelings, situations, and even our identities are in a state of flux. This constant change can be unsettling, but it also opens the door to growth and transformation. When we understand that nothing is fixed, we become more adaptable and resilient, ready to embrace whatever comes our way. Rather than clinging to how things are, we learn to let go, fostering a sense of freedom that allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Imagine holding on to a beautiful moment, like a sunset or a joyful gathering with friends. Instead of trying to freeze that moment in time, the teachings of Stoicism and Buddhism encourage us to appreciate it fully while it lasts. This appreciation deepens our connections and enriches our experiences. When we realize that all things, both joyful and sorrowful, are temporary, we find ourselves more engaged in the present. We become less afraid of change and more willing to embrace new opportunities and challenges. Moreover, understanding impermanence helps us confront our fears, especially regarding loss and death. By accepting that everything is transient, we learn to live more authentically, prioritizing what truly matters. We focus on meaningful relationships, pursuing our passions, and living in alignment with our values. In this way, both philosophies guide us toward a life of deeper appreciation and fulfillment. When we embrace the truth of impermanence, we free ourselves from unnecessary attachments and fears, allowing us to experience life fully and wholeheartedly. This mindset not only enriches our own lives, but also deepens our compassion for others, reminding us that we are all on this journey together, navigating the beautiful, ever-changing tapestry of existence. Number 2. Facing mortality. Facing mortality is a profound theme in both Stoicism and Buddhism, encouraging us to live fully by acknowledging the impermanence of life. In Stoicism, the phrase memento mori, which means remember you must die, serves as a powerful reminder of our finite time on earth. Stoic philosophers believe that by contemplating our mortality, we can gain perspective on what truly matters. When we realize that life is short, we are inspired to prioritize our values, cherish our relationships, and pursue our passions without delay. This awareness helps us to let go of trivial concerns and focus on living authentically and meaningfully. By accepting the reality of death, we cultivate a sense of urgency to make the most of our time, leading us to live with greater intention and purpose. Buddhism also emphasizes the importance of understanding the cycle of life and death. This teaching encourages us to recognize that life is a continuous flow of birth, existence, and eventual passing. Rather than fearing death, Buddhism invites us to embrace it as a natural part of life. This perspective helps us cultivate a sense of acceptance and peace, allowing us to approach each moment with gratitude and mindfulness. By understanding that all things are impermanent, we can appreciate the beauty of our experiences, knowing that they are fleeting. This awareness fosters a deeper connection to the present moment, encouraging us to live with joy and purpose. Imagine how different your life would feel if you actively reminded yourself of your mortality each day. Instead of procrastinating or dwelling on insignificant worries, you might find yourself more inclined to express love to those around you. Pursue dreams that light your heart and savor the simple pleasures of life. Both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that facing our mortality empowers us to live more fully, turning our attention to what truly matters. Moreover, this acceptance of life's impermanence helps reduce fear and anxiety about the unknown. When we embrace the cycle of life and death, we can release our attachment to outcomes and the need for certainty. This sense of freedom allows us to engage with life more openly, fostering resilience and adaptability in the face of change. Ultimately, by reflecting on mortality, both Stoicism and Buddhism encourage us to cultivate a rich, meaningful life. Acknowledging that our time is limited inspires us to make the most of every moment, deepen our connections with others, and live with authenticity and purpose. In doing so, we not only honor our own lives, but also create a legacy of love, wisdom, and kindness that can endure beyond our time here. Number 3, the power of mindfulness. In Stoicism, the idea of being present in your thoughts encourages us to focus on the here and now, rather than getting lost in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Stoic philosophers believe that our thoughts shape our reality, so by bringing our awareness back to the present moment, we can gain clarity and make better choices. This practice allows us to step away from distractions and cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our emotions. Buddhism takes mindfulness a step further, urging us to practice it in every moment of our lives. This means being fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, whether we're eating, walking, or simply breathing. By immersing ourselves in the present, we learn to experience life more vividly and appreciate the beauty in ordinary moments. Mindfulness helps us develop a sense of peace and calm, allowing us to respond to situations with greater wisdom instead of reacting impulsively. Both philosophies highlight the importance of awareness and avoiding the traps of worry and stress. When we're caught up in thoughts about what might happen or what has already occurred, we often miss the richness of the present. Mindfulness acts like a gentle anchor, grounding us in reality and reminding us that our power lies in how we choose to respond to each moment. Imagine sitting outside, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin, or listening to the rustling leaves. In those moments of mindfulness, you realize that life's beauty is right in front of you, waiting to be noticed. When we practice being present, we cultivate gratitude for what we have, rather than focusing on what we lack. This shift in perspective can transform our experience, bringing joy and contentment even in simple activities. Ultimately, the power of mindfulness is about more than just being aware. It's about creating a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we unlock a sense of freedom from worries and distractions. In doing so, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also become more present for those we love, fostering deeper relationships and a richer life. Both Stoicism and Buddhism guide us toward this mindful way of living, inviting us to embrace each moment with open hearts and clear minds. Number 4. Detachment from outcomes. In Stoicism, the idea of focusing on what you can control emphasizes the importance of directing our energy and attention to our own thoughts, actions, and decisions. We cannot always dictate how things will turn out, but we can choose how we respond to the circumstances we face. By concentrating on our efforts rather than the results, we free ourselves from the weight of disappointment and frustration. This mindset empowers us to take action with courage and clarity, knowing that our worth is not tied to the outcomes of our endeavors. Similarly, Buddhism teaches us to release attachment to desires, highlighting how clinging to specific results can lead to suffering. When we desire something deeply, a job, a relationship, or a specific outcome, we often find ourselves in a cycle of longing and anxiety. This attachment creates a sense of dependence on external circumstances for our happiness. However, when we practice letting go of these desires, we cultivate inner peace. We learn to appreciate the journey itself rather than fixating on the destination. By embracing this detachment, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities, allowing life to unfold naturally. Imagine working hard toward a goal, pouring your heart into it, yet feeling overwhelmed by the pressure of what might happen. The Stoic approach would encourage you to focus on the steps you can take today, trusting that you've done your best. Meanwhile, the Buddhist perspective would remind you that while striving is valuable, clinging to the desire for a specific outcome can lead to unnecessary pain. Together, these teachings invite us to shift our perspective, finding joy in the process rather than becoming fixated on results. This detachment does not mean we become indifferent or stop caring about our goals. Instead, it teaches us to engage with our aspirations passionately while remaining flexible about the outcomes. By letting go, we cultivate resilience and adaptability, enabling us to navigate life's twists and turns with grace. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism remind us that true freedom comes from within. When we detach from the need for certain results, we find ourselves liberated to enjoy life as it comes, embracing each moment with an open heart and a clear mind. This approach leads not only to personal growth, but also to a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy. Number 5. Resilience in adversity. Resilience in adversity is a powerful lesson from both Stoicism and Buddhism, reminding us that challenges can be catalysts for personal growth. In Stoicism, the belief that challenges build strength encourages us to view difficulties not as setbacks but as essential parts of our journey. Stoic philosophers taught that it is through facing hardships that we develop our character and resilience. Each obstacle we encounter can sharpen our abilities and fortify our spirit. By reframing our perspective, we can approach challenges with courage, understanding that they are opportunities to learn, adapt, and ultimately emerge stronger. Similarly, Buddhism teaches that suffering leads to growth. This perspective invites us to see suffering as a teacher rather than something to be avoided at all costs. When we experience pain or hardship, it can feel overwhelming, but these moments often hold valuable lessons. Buddhism emphasizes that through our struggles, we can cultivate compassion, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Suffering can push us to confront our fears, develop empathy for others, and gain insights that we might never have discovered in easier times. Imagine facing a significant challenge like losing a job or dealing with a difficult relationship. Initially, these experiences may bring feelings of despair and uncertainty. However, when we embrace the teachings of Stoicism and Buddhism, we begin to see these hardships as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Each challenge becomes a chance to explore our resilience, learn new skills, and discover strengths we didn't know we had. We can ask ourselves questions like, what can I learn from this? Or how can this experience help me grow? This shift in mindset can transform our approach to life's difficulties. Both philosophies also emphasize the importance of community and support during tough times. By sharing our experiences and connecting with others, we find that we are not alone in our struggles. This sense of connection can strengthen our resolve and provide comfort as we navigate life's challenges together. Ultimately, resilience in adversity is about embracing the journey, knowing that every challenge holds the potential for growth and transformation. By adopting these teachings, we cultivate a mindset that sees obstacles as opportunities. This approach not only helps us overcome difficulties, but also enriches our lives, allowing us to grow into more compassionate, wise, and resilient individuals. With every challenge we face, we move closer to becoming the best version of ourselves. Number 6. Inner peace. Inner peace is a profound concept emphasized in both Stoicism and Buddhism, guiding us toward tranquility in a world filled with chaos. In Stoicism, the idea of cultivating calm in chaos encourages us to develop a sense of serenity regardless of what happens around us. Stoic philosophers believe that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. By training our minds to stay calm and focused, we learn to navigate life's storms with grace. This inner calm becomes a sanctuary, allowing us to make thoughtful decisions rather than reacting impulsively to stressful situations. Buddhism echoes this sentiment, urging us to find peace within yourself. This teaching emphasizes that true peace doesn't depend on external circumstances, such as our job, relationships, or possessions. Instead, it comes from a deep understanding of ourselves and our thoughts. By practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, we can uncover the stillness that lies within, even amid turmoil. This inner peace enables us to approach life's challenges with clarity and composure, recognizing that our thoughts and emotions do not define us. Imagine a chaotic day filled with noise, deadlines, and distractions. In such moments, both Stoic and Buddhist teachings remind us to pause and return to our breath, grounding ourselves in the present. By taking a step back and cultivating awareness, we can create a sense of calm amidst the chaos. This practice helps us detach from the noise around us and reconnect with our inner selves. As we nurture this peace, we become less affected by external pressures and more resilient in facing life's challenges. Additionally, inner peace fosters a sense of compassion and understanding toward ourselves and others. When we find calm within, we can respond to difficulties with kindness rather than frustration. This shift in perspective not only benefits our own well-being, but also enhances our relationships, allowing us to approach others with empathy and love. Ultimately, the journey to inner peace is about recognizing that we have the power to shape our internal landscape. Both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that true peace is not something to be chased outside of ourselves. It is a state of being that we can cultivate through practice and awareness. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, reactions, and inner dialogue, we create a sanctuary of calm that remains steadfast, no matter how turbulent the world may be. Embracing this inner peace empowers us to live more fully, with joy, clarity, and a deep sense of connection to ourselves and the world around us. Number 7. The nature of desire. The nature of desire is a key theme in both Stoicism and Buddhism. In Stoicism, the idea that desire can lead to suffering serves as a reminder that unchecked desires can create turmoil in our lives. When we focus too much on what we want, be it material possessions, status, or even certain relationships, we often find ourselves feeling anxious or unfulfilled. This is because desires can shift and change, leaving us in a constant state of longing. Stoic philosophers teach us to recognize these desires and understand that they do not define our happiness. Instead, by learning to control our desires, we can cultivate a more stable and fulfilling life. Buddhism echoes this message with the assertion that craving causes dissatisfaction. This philosophy teaches us that when we cling to our desires, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Life is inherently unpredictable, and the things we crave may not always come to fruition. When we attach our happiness to specific outcomes, we often find ourselves in a cycle of frustration and suffering. Buddhism encourages us to observe our cravings without becoming entangled in them. By recognizing that our desires are fleeting and often unfulfilling, we can begin to let go of the need to constantly chase after them. Imagine wanting a new job, a bigger house, or the latest gadget. The excitement of these desires can be compelling, but if our happiness hinges on achieving them, we risk feeling empty when we don't get what we want. Both Stoicism and Buddhism invite us to find contentment in the present moment instead. By shifting our focus from what we lack to appreciating what we already have, we can experience a profound sense of fulfillment that isn't dependent on external circumstances. Letting go of the need to satisfy every desire doesn't mean we should stop pursuing our goals. Rather, it's about finding balance. We can strive for improvement and growth while remaining detached from the outcomes. This approach allows us to engage with life fully, appreciating the journey without being overly consumed by cravings. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that true freedom comes from understanding the nature of desire. By becoming aware of how desire influences our thoughts and actions, we can choose to live with greater intention and clarity. Instead of letting desire control our lives, we can cultivate a sense of peace that comes from within, finding joy in the present moment and the simple pleasures of life. This shift not only enriches our own experiences, but also allows us to connect more deeply with the world around us, embracing each moment with an open heart. Number 8. Compassion and empathy. Stoicism teaches us to understand others, to be kinder, emphasizing the importance of recognizing that everyone faces their own struggles and challenges. By trying to understand the experiences and emotions of others, we can develop a sense of empathy that fosters kindness. This perspective encourages us to look beyond our immediate reactions and judgments, allowing us to respond with compassion instead. When we take the time to consider what someone else might be going through, we soften our hearts and open ourselves to meaningful connections. Similarly, Buddhism emphasizes the need to cultivate compassion for all beings. This teaching encourages us to extend our empathy beyond just those we know and love to include all living creatures. By recognizing that suffering is a universal experience, we can connect with others on a deeper level. Buddhism invites us to practice loving kindness, actively wishing for the happiness and well-being of others. This not only enriches our own lives, but also creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity and understanding in our communities. When we approach others with compassion, we foster a supportive environment where everyone can thrive. Imagine encountering someone who is having a tough day. Instead of responding with frustration or indifference, both Stoic and Buddhist teachings remind us to pause and reflect on their feelings. Understanding that they may be struggling with their own challenges allows us to respond with kindness and support. This shift in perspective can transform our interactions and help build a more compassionate world. Empathy enriches our lives in countless ways. It helps us form stronger relationships, creates a sense of belonging, and encourages us to act with integrity. When we practice empathy, we not only uplift others, but also find fulfillment in our own lives. We begin to see that our connections with others are what truly matter, reminding us that we are all part of a shared human experience. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that compassion and empathy are essential for personal growth and social harmony. By striving to understand and care for others, we cultivate a more harmonious existence. This practice helps us break down barriers, heal wounds, and foster a spirit of cooperation and love. Embracing compassion and empathy allows us to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us, creating a brighter, more connected world for all. Number 9. Self-discipline. In Stoicism, the idea of mastering your impulses encourages us to gain control over our thoughts and actions. Stoic philosophers understood that life can be full of distractions and temptations, and it's easy to react impulsively to our emotions. However, by practicing self-discipline, we can learn to pause before responding, allowing us to make choices that align with our values and long-term goals. This mastery over our impulses not only helps us avoid harmful behaviors, but also empowers us to live a more intentional life, where our actions are guided by reason rather than fleeting desires. Buddhism also emphasizes the importance of self-control, teaching that practicing self-control is essential for achieving inner peace and enlightenment. This practice encourages us to observe our thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. By cultivating self-awareness, we can recognize when cravings or negative emotions arise, giving us the opportunity to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting out of habit. Self-control helps us break free from unhealthy patterns and allows us to make choices that promote our well-being and the well-being of others. Imagine a situation where you're tempted to indulge in unhealthy habits, like overeating or procrastinating. In such moments, both Stoicism and Buddhism remind us to take a step back and assess our impulses. By practicing self-discipline, we can choose to prioritize our health, focus on our responsibilities, and ultimately create a life that reflects our true aspirations. This ability to control our impulses can lead to greater satisfaction and success in various aspects of life. Furthermore, self-discipline fosters resilience. As we learn to overcome temptations and distractions, we build inner strength that prepares us to face life's challenges with confidence. This resilience not only enhances our personal growth, but also inspires those around us. When we embody self-discipline, we set an example for others, showing that it is possible to achieve our goals through perseverance and dedication. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that self-discipline is not just about restriction, it's about freedom. By mastering our impulses and practicing self-control, we liberate ourselves from the chaos of unchecked desires. This journey leads us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, enabling us to live with intention and purpose. Embracing self-discipline empowers us to shape our lives according to our values and dreams, paving the way for a fulfilling and meaningful existence. Number 10. The importance of reflection. Both Stoicism and Buddhism encouraging us to pause and examine our thoughts and actions regularly. In Stoicism, the practice of reflecting on your actions daily is seen as a vital tool for personal growth. Stoic philosophers believe that taking time each day to assess our behavior helps us learn from our experiences. By asking ourselves questions like, did I act with integrity today? Or how could I have handled that situation better? We gain valuable insights into our choices and character. This daily reflection not only helps us understand our strengths and weaknesses, but also guides us in making better decisions in the future. Buddhism complements this idea by teaching us to contemplate your thoughts and actions. This practice of mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts without judgment. By taking the time to reflect, we can identify patterns in our thinking and behavior that may be holding us back. This contemplation allows us to become more self-aware, helping us to recognize when our thoughts are influenced by negativity or attachment. By understanding ourselves better, we can respond to challenges with clarity and compassion rather than being driven by reactive emotions. Imagine ending your day by taking a few moments to reflect on your experiences. You might think about the conversations you had, the decisions you made, and how you felt throughout the day. This simple practice of reflection can be transformative. It helps us recognize our progress and challenges while offering a chance to realign with our values. Regularly reflecting on our actions fosters a deeper understanding of ourselves, which is essential for personal growth. Moreover, reflection enhances our ability to make thoughtful decisions. When we take the time to contemplate our actions, we are less likely to act impulsively or repeat past mistakes. This mindfulness empowers us to choose paths that resonate with our true selves, leading to more fulfilling lives. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism remind us that reflection is not just a task to check off, but a meaningful practice that enriches our lives. It encourages us to slow down, look inward, and grow from our experiences. By making reflection a regular part of our lives, we cultivate a sense of purpose and direction. This commitment to self-examination not only improves our decision-making, but also fosters a greater sense of peace and fulfillment. Embracing reflection allows us to navigate life with intention, ensuring that we live authentically and in alignment with our values, ultimately leading to a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. Number 11. The value of simplicity. The value of simplicity is a profound teaching in both Stoicism and Buddhism, guiding us toward a clearer, more peaceful life. In Stoicism, the idea to seek simplicity in life encourages us to strip away unnecessary complexities and distractions. Stoic philosophers believed that true contentment comes from focusing on what truly matters rather than getting caught up in material possessions or societal pressures. By simplifying our lives, we can eliminate the clutter, both physical and mental, that often clouds our judgment and happiness. This pursuit of simplicity allows us to concentrate on our core values, fostering a sense of peace and clarity in our everyday lives. Buddhism echoes this sentiment with the encouragement to embrace a simple lifestyle. This teaching emphasizes the importance of letting go of excess and embracing the essentials. By reducing our desires and attachments to material things, we can experience a greater sense of freedom. A simple lifestyle invites us to appreciate the beauty in the ordinary and find joy in small, meaningful moments. It encourages mindfulness, helping us stay present and connected to what truly enriches our lives. Imagine living in a space filled with clutter, where every item demands your attention and energy. In contrast, when we choose to embrace simplicity, we create an environment that nurtures tranquility. We can focus on the things that bring us genuine joy, like spending time with loved ones, pursuing our passions, or enjoying nature. This shift toward simplicity helps us realize that less is often more. When we reduce distractions, we gain clarity about what is truly important. Furthermore, simplicity fosters a sense of gratitude. When we embrace a simpler lifestyle, we become more aware of the blessings in our lives. We learn to appreciate the little things like a warm cup of tea or a quiet moment of reflection. This appreciation enhances our well-being and cultivates a positive mindset, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that simplicity is a path to deeper fulfillment and peace. By seeking to simplify our lives, we create space for growth, reflection, and connection. This journey encourages us to let go of what no longer serves us and focus on what truly enriches our existence. Embracing simplicity empowers us to live authentically, aligning our actions with our values and fostering a greater sense of harmony in our lives. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, the pursuit of simplicity offers a powerful antidote, guiding us toward a life filled with clarity, peace, and joy. Number 12, gratitude. In Stoicism, the teaching to appreciate what you have serves as a powerful reminder that contentment comes from within. Stoic philosophers understood that we often get caught up in desires for more possessions, more success, more recognition. However, when we take a moment to reflect on the abundance already present in our lives, we can cultivate a sense of peace and fulfillment. By recognizing the simple joys like a warm meal, a kind word, or the beauty of nature, we begin to see how rich our lives truly are. This practice helps us avoid the trap of constant dissatisfaction and instead fosters a deep appreciation for our experiences. Buddhism complements this notion with its emphasis on cultivating thankfulness. This practice encourages us to develop a mindset of gratitude, not just for the big blessings, but for the small moments that often go unnoticed. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to recognize and appreciate the simple gifts of life, like a gentle breeze, a smile from a stranger, or the warmth of the sun. Cultivating thankfulness becomes a daily practice, helping us to focus on the present and find joy in our surroundings. This mindset shift can significantly improve our overall well-being, allowing us to approach each day with a sense of wonder and appreciation. Imagine starting each day by reflecting on 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice can reshape your outlook on life. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by tasks or worries, you begin to notice the beauty and positivity around you. Gratitude opens our hearts, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all beings and the support we receive from the world around us. Moreover, expressing gratitude can strengthen our relationships. When we acknowledge the kindness of others, we foster deeper connections and create a positive environment where love and support can thrive. Gratitude has the power to transform not just our own perspectives, but also the way we interact with those around us. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that gratitude is a key to happiness and fulfillment. By appreciating what we have and cultivating thankfulness, we shift our focus away from scarcity and toward abundance. This practice empowers us to live more fully in the present moment, enhancing our sense of well-being and allowing us to embrace life with open hearts. In a world that often encourages us to chase after more, gratitude reminds us that true richness lies in recognizing and cherishing the simple gifts that surround us every day. Number 13. Non-attachment to self. Both Stoicism and Buddhism urging us to let go of our ego and embrace humility. In Stoicism, the idea that ego can cloud judgment reminds us that when we become overly attached to our sense of self, our achievements, opinions, and status, we risk losing clarity and perspective. Stoic philosophers believe that a strong ego can lead to arrogance, making it difficult to see the world as it truly is. By recognizing that our identity is just one part of the greater whole, we can make wiser decisions and respond to life's challenges with grace. This humility allows us to appreciate the contributions of others and to understand that we are all interconnected in this vast tapestry of life. Buddhism complements this teaching with the belief that the self is an illusion. This perspective invites us to explore the idea that our sense of self is not as fixed as we often think. We are constantly changing, shaped by our experiences, relationships, and the world around us. When we cling too tightly to our identity, we create barriers that prevent us from experiencing the fullness of life. Buddhism encourages us to look beyond the ego and understand that our true nature is interconnected with all beings. By letting go of the need to define ourselves rigidly, we open ourselves up to deeper compassion and understanding for others. Imagine a situation where you face criticism or rejection. An inflated ego may lead to defensiveness and anger. But both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us to approach such moments with humility. By recognizing that our worth is not tied to others' opinions, we can respond thoughtfully, seeing feedback as an opportunity for growth rather than a personal attack. This mindset allows us to remain open and adaptable, embracing life's lessons with an open heart. Moreover, understanding non-attachment to self fosters a greater sense of peace. When we stop identifying so strongly with our ego, we free ourselves from the constant need for validation and approval. This liberation allows us to live authentically, guided by our values rather than by external expectations. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism encourage us to practice humility and understand our place in the world. By letting go of our attachment to self, we cultivate a more compassionate and connected way of living. This journey teaches us that true strength lies not in clinging to our ego, but in embracing our shared humanity. As we learn to see ourselves as part of a greater whole, we deepen our understanding of others and foster a sense of unity that enriches our lives and the world around us. Number 14. Virtue is the highest good. In Stoicism, the principle to live in accordance with virtue emphasizes that our actions should be rooted in qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Stoic philosophers believe that living virtuously is the key to true happiness and fulfillment. When we align our actions with our values, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and integrity that enriches not only our own lives but also the lives of those around us. This commitment to virtue acts as a guiding light, helping us navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Buddhism complements this idea through the teaching to follow the Noble Eightfold Path. This path outlines practical steps to cultivate moral living, including right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each aspect of the Eightfold Path encourages us to develop a life grounded in ethical principles and compassion for all beings. By following this path, we not only improve ourselves but also contribute positively to our communities, fostering a sense of interconnectedness and mutual support. Imagine facing a difficult decision at work or in your personal life. When we are guided by virtue, we are more likely to choose actions that reflect our values, such as honesty and kindness. This moral clarity not only helps us feel good about our choices, but also sets a positive example for others. When we act with integrity, we inspire those around us to do the same, creating a ripple effect of goodness that can transform our relationships and communities. Furthermore, living virtuously enriches our own lives by providing a sense of purpose. When we strive to embody virtues in our daily lives, we cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves and to others. This connection fosters empathy and compassion, helping us recognize the shared humanity in everyone we encounter. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that virtue is not just a set of rules to follow, but a way of life that brings genuine joy and fulfillment. By committing to live in accordance with virtue and following the Noble Eightfold Path, we embark on a journey of personal growth that not only enhances our own lives but also uplifts those around us. Embracing this path allows us to create a more compassionate, just, and harmonious world, reminding us that our actions matter and that we have the power to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Number 15. Acceptance of reality. Wisdom of ancient philosophers encourage us to embrace what we cannot change. This means recognizing that some things are beyond our control, like other people's actions, the weather, or unexpected events in our lives. Instead of fighting against these realities, Stoics suggest that we focus on our own responses and choices. By doing so, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace, freeing ourselves from unnecessary stress and frustration. Similarly, Buddhism teaches us to accept life as it is, embracing the present moment without judgment. This practice of acceptance helps us see life's ups and downs as part of the natural flow of existence. When we resist reality, we often create suffering for ourselves. But when we learn to accept things as they are, we open ourselves to greater compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and others. This doesn't mean we should passively accept everything that happens to us. Rather, it's about finding peace in the face of adversity. Imagine facing a challenging situation, like losing a job or dealing with a difficult relationship. It's easy to become overwhelmed with anger or despair, wishing things were different. However, when we embrace acceptance, we start to see these challenges as opportunities for growth. We learn to ask ourselves, what can I control in this situation? By shifting our focus from what we lack to what we can do, we empower ourselves to take positive action and move forward. Both philosophies remind us that life is unpredictable and often out of our hands, but within this uncertainty lies freedom. By accepting reality, we stop resisting the flow of life and start to navigate it with grace. We learn to appreciate the present moment, finding beauty even in the struggles. This acceptance fosters resilience, allowing us to face challenges with strength and clarity. Ultimately, acceptance is not a sign of weakness, but a powerful tool for personal growth. When we embrace what we cannot change, we create space for peace, gratitude, and joy. In this way, both Stoicism and Buddhism guide us to live more fully, reminding us that the journey of life is meant to be embraced no matter where it takes us. Number 16. The role of community. The role of community is a vital teaching in both Stoicism and Buddhism, emphasizing our interconnectedness and the importance of supporting one another. In Stoicism, the belief that we are all part of a greater whole reminds us that we do not exist in isolation. Each of us plays a unique role in the tapestry of life, and our actions can impact those around us. Stoic philosophers encouraged individuals to cultivate a sense of duty toward others, understanding that our well-being is linked to the well-being of our community. By recognizing our shared humanity, we can inspire one another, offering support, kindness, and understanding. This perspective fosters a sense of belonging, reminding us that we are stronger together. Buddhism echoes this idea with its emphasis on the interconnectedness of all beings. This teaching highlights that every action we take affects not only ourselves, but also others and the world at large. In Buddhism, compassion is at the heart of our relationships. When we realize that we are all connected, we become more motivated to act with kindness and empathy. This interconnectedness encourages us to treat others with respect and care, knowing that their happiness and suffering resonate with our own. Imagine living in a community where everyone recognizes this bond. When challenges arise, members would come together to offer support, whether through acts of kindness, shared resources, or simply being there to listen. This sense of community nurtures resilience and fosters a spirit of cooperation, allowing everyone to thrive. By embracing our role within a larger community, we contribute to a positive cycle of support and love, creating an environment where everyone feels valued and empowered. Moreover, recognizing our connection encourages us to practice forgiveness and understanding. When we view others as part of the same whole, we are more likely to empathize with their struggles and challenges. This perspective helps us build bridges rather than walls, fostering a culture of acceptance and compassion. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that community is essential for our growth and happiness. By understanding our interconnectedness, we cultivate a deep sense of responsibility toward one another. This awareness inspires us to take action, support our neighbors, and contribute to the greater good. When we nurture our communities, we not only enrich our own lives, but also create a legacy of kindness and connection that can uplift others for generations to come. Embracing the role of community allows us to live more meaningful lives, united in purpose and love. Number 17, clarity of purpose. The call to define your purpose in life encourages us to reflect deeply on what truly matters to us. Stoic philosophers believe that understanding our purpose helps us navigate life's challenges with confidence and resilience. When we have a clear sense of purpose, we can make choices that align with our values and goals. This clarity not only motivates us to take action, but also provides a solid foundation for facing adversity. It reminds us why we get up each day and strive for our dreams, making it easier to stay focused amidst life's distractions. Buddhism complements this idea by urging us to seek enlightenment and understanding. This pursuit encourages us to explore the deeper truths of existence, fostering a sense of clarity about our place in the world. Through practices like meditation and mindfulness, we can gain insights into our thoughts and emotions, helping us understand our motivations and desires. As we seek enlightenment, we become more aware of the interconnectedness of all beings and the impact of our actions. This understanding guides us toward a purpose that transcends personal gain. encouraging us to contribute positively to the lives of others and to the world around us. Imagine waking up each morning with a clear sense of purpose. You might feel energized and motivated to pursue your passions, whether it's helping others, creating art, or advancing knowledge. This clarity can transform your daily routine into a meaningful journey where even the smallest tasks contribute to your larger goals. When challenges arise, your defined purpose acts as a guiding star, reminding you to stay committed to what truly matters. Moreover, having a clear purpose enhances our resilience. When we encounter obstacles, a strong sense of direction helps us remain focused and determined. It encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. This mindset shift can lead to greater satisfaction and fulfillment in our lives. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that clarity of purpose is essential for a fulfilling life. By taking the time to define what truly matters to us and seeking deeper understanding, we create a roadmap for our journey. This purpose not only enriches our own lives, but also inspires those around us, creating a ripple effect of positivity and growth. Embracing our purpose allows us to live with intention, making each day an opportunity to contribute to something greater than ourselves and to find joy in the pursuit of our dreams. Number 18. Letting go of anger. Both Stoicism and Buddhism guiding us toward inner peace and emotional freedom. In Stoicism, the idea of don't let anger control you serves as a powerful reminder that anger, while a natural emotion, can cloud our judgment and lead to harmful actions. Stoic philosophers believed that when we allow anger to take the reins, we lose the ability to think clearly and respond thoughtfully. By practicing self-control and recognizing anger as a fleeting emotion, we can choose to respond with reason instead. This approach empowers us to break free from the cycle of anger, helping us cultivate a calmer, more balanced state of mind. Buddhism echoes this sentiment with the teaching to release negative emotions. This practice encourages us to acknowledge our feelings without clinging to them or letting them define us. Instead of suppressing or denying anger, Buddhism teaches us to observe it mindfully. By doing so, we can understand its roots and allow it to pass without letting it affect our well-being. This release leads to forgiveness, not just for others, but for ourselves, freeing us from the burdens of resentment and frustration. When we let go of negative emotions, we create space for compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and for those who may have wronged us. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones, each representing a past hurt or grievance. Every time we hold on to anger, we add another stone, making our load heavier. However, when we practice letting go, we begin to lighten that burden. We can choose to set down the weight of anger and resentment, freeing ourselves to move forward with clarity and grace. This shift not only enhances our own emotional well-being, but also improves our relationships with others. Moreover, letting go of anger fosters resilience. When we refuse to let anger dictate our responses, we become more adaptable and open to change. This emotional flexibility allows us to approach challenges with a sense of calm and composure, enabling us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that letting go of anger is a path to inner peace. By choosing to release negative emotions and practicing forgiveness, we reclaim our power and create a more harmonious inner landscape. This journey of letting go not only enriches our lives, but also sets a positive example for others, inspiring them to embrace a more compassionate and peaceful way of being. As we learn to manage our emotions thoughtfully, we open the door to a life life filled with understanding, joy, and profound connection with ourselves and the world around us. Number 19. Finding joy in the journey. Finding joy in the journey is a beautiful lesson found in both Stoicism and Buddhism, encouraging us to savor each moment of life rather than just focusing on the end results. In Stoicism, the idea to enjoy the process, not just the outcome, reminds us that life is made up of countless steps, and each one holds its own value. Stoic philosophers believed that if we become too fixated on achieving specific goals, we miss the richness of the experiences that lead us there. By shifting our focus to the journey, we can find joy in the small victories, the lessons learned, and the growth we experience along the way. This perspective helps us cultivate gratitude for each moment, making our lives feel fuller and more meaningful. Buddhism beautifully complements this notion with the teaching to embrace each moment with joy. This practice encourages us to be fully present, appreciating the beauty of the here and now. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to see joy in the simplest things: a warm cup of tea, a laugh with a friend, or the colors of a sunset. Buddhism teaches us that happiness is not found only in reaching a destination, but in the awareness and appreciation of our daily experiences. By cultivating this mindset, we can turn ordinary moments into sources of joy, enriching our lives and enhancing our overall well-being. Imagine walking through a beautiful garden. If you only rush to the end, you might miss the vibrant flowers, the gentle rustle of leaves, and the sweet sounds of nature. However, when you slow down and take in your surroundings, you begin to appreciate the beauty and wonder around you. Each step becomes a part of your journey, filled with its own discoveries and joys. This practice of embracing the process allows us to approach life with a sense of curiosity and wonder. Moreover, finding joy in the journey helps us build resilience. Life is often unpredictable, and challenges will arise along the way. When we learn to appreciate the process, we become better equipped to handle setbacks. Instead of feeling defeated by obstacles, we can view them as valuable experiences that contribute to our growth. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism remind us that life is a journey meant to be enjoyed. By focusing on the process and embracing each moment, we create a richer, more fulfilling experience. This shift in perspective not only enhances our own happiness, but also inspires those around us to find joy in their own journeys. As we learn to savor every step, we unlock the beauty and meaning in our lives, transforming each day into an opportunity for growth, connection, and joy. Number 20. Lifelong learning. The mantra, "Always seek wisdom," serves as a guiding principle. Stoic philosophers believed that wisdom is not a destination, but a continuous pursuit. This quest for knowledge enriches our lives, helping us make better choices and understand ourselves and the world around us more deeply. When we actively seek wisdom, we cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness, allowing us to learn from our experiences and the insights of others. This approach not only fosters personal growth, but also helps us navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and resilience. Buddhism beautifully complements this idea with the teaching that learning is a path to enlightenment. This perspective highlights that the journey toward understanding and awakening is ongoing. In Buddhism, learning goes beyond mere accumulation of facts. It involves deepening our awareness of ourselves and the nature of existence. Through practices like meditation and mindfulness, we gain insights that lead to greater compassion and wisdom. Embracing this path encourages us to be humble, recognizing that there is always more to learn and explore. not just about ourselves, but also about the world and the people around us. Imagine approaching life with the mindset of a student, eager to absorb new lessons each day, whether it's through reading, engaging in thoughtful conversations, or reflecting on our experiences. Every moment becomes an opportunity for growth. This commitment to learning keeps our minds sharp and our spirits curious, helping us evolve in ways we might not have imagined. When we encounter setbacks, instead of seeing them as failures, we can view them as valuable lessons that contribute to our development. Moreover, lifelong learning fosters a sense of purpose and fulfillment. As we expand our knowledge and skills, we gain confidence in our abilities, empowering us to take on new challenges and pursue our passions. This journey of continuous growth enriches our lives, helping us build deeper connections with others and the world around us. Ultimately, both Stoicism and Buddhism teach us that a commitment to lifelong learning is essential for a meaningful life. By seeking wisdom and embracing the path of enlightenment, we unlock our potential and create a life filled with richness and depth. This dedication to growth not only enhances our own experiences but also inspires those around us, fostering a community of learners who support and uplift each other. As we embark on this lifelong journey, we discover that the pursuit of knowledge is not just about gaining information. It's about evolving into the best version of ourselves and making a positive impact on the world. So there you have it. Stoicism and Buddhism both offer incredible wisdom for living a fulfilling life. By embracing these teachings, we can face challenges with strength, cultivate peace, and grow into the best versions of ourselves. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this journey together. Until next time, stay resilient and keep seeking wisdom.